Trevenant and Garbodor are two of the most disruptive Pokemon cards in the Pokemon TCG, which makes them a really nasty combo to play against in my Psychic Gym Leader Challenge deck. Trevenant inflicts one-sided item lock with its Forest Curse ability, which makes it so that the opponent can't play any item cards from their hand so long as Trevenant is in the active spot. And thanks to Phantump, it's possible to get a turn 1 Trevenant going second with Phantump's Ascension attack, which only costs 1 colorless energy and allows you to search your deck for a Pokemon that evolves from Phantump and place it directly onto Phantump. That's a turn 1 item lock going second, which means your opponent will only have 1 turn to play their items before Trevenant makes them all completely useless. Garbodor has the Garbotoxin ability, which completely turns off all other abilities in play so long as Garbodor has a tool card attached to it. Garbodor is a very tough card for many decks to play against since most decks rely on abilities to function. I really like playing Garbodor alongside Golurk, since Golurk's Reinforced Punch attack does 60 damage plus 90 more damage so long as Golurk has a tool card attached to it. Since both Golurk and Garbodor like to have tools attached to them, this deck plays plenty of tool cards and ways to search them out. This Psychic Disruption deck is quickly becoming one of my favorite decks to pilot in Gym Leader Challenge format. It is really tough for the opponent to deal with. If you're new to Gym Leader Challenge and want to learn more, head over to gymleaderchallenge.com where all of the rules are explained and there are some great getting started guides to help you build your first deck. Gym Leader Challenge is the most popular alternate format in the Pokemon TCG. It's my favorite way to play cards, and it's never been a better time to get started. In today's tabletop gameplay, I'm playing my Psychic deck against Craig with his Lightning deck. I'm stoked to get to the action, but before we do, let's hear a word from my sponsor, Dragon Shield. Dragon Shield sleeves are the best sleeves for playing the Pokemon trading card game. They're super durable, easy to shuffle, and come in a wide variety of colors to perfectly match your favorite deck. Now, of course, I'm being paid to say this, but the truth is, years ago, I reached out to Dragon Shield with a proposal for our partnership because I believed them to be the best sleeves on the market. They were sleeves I was already using every single day to play the Pokemon TCG, and I wanted to represent them with the content that I was making. Now I'm proud to say that for the last 3 years, Dragon Shield has played a huge role in the growth of my content here on Tricky Gym. If you want your deck to look and shuffle the best, head over to dragonshield.com today and place an order for some new sleeves. These are the sleeves I use for every tournament and every tabletop video, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Huge thanks to Dragon Shield for being a continued sponsor of Tricky Gym. Now, let's see these Gym Leader Challenge decks in action. Good luck.
You as well. Draw? Not a terrible spot to be in. We've got Pokegear for next turn, Evo Soda, and I've got Quick Ball, and I've already got Dynamo. So, Quick Ball Hex. We're going to get Blitzel off this Quick Ball, I think, try and get the Evo Soda going next turn, assuming he doesn't pull off the item lock. Bench Dynamo, bench Blitzel, and pass.
Draw. Oh, baby. I like what I see. We've got a very strong start. Play Nest Ball, and let's take a look. Trevenant in the deck, Trubbish in the deck, Phantump is here, Garbodor is here, oh yeah, Golett, and the Lurky Turkey. I'll Nest Ball for Trubbish, Floatstone to Mewtwo, and Clavel as my supporter for turn. Clavel is a card that has really been growing on me. It allows you to search your deck for 3 Pokemon with 120 hit points or less. With Clavel, I'll get Phantump, Golett, and Cleffa, which all go to my hand. Bench Phantump, bench Golett, counter energy to Phantump, and retreat. And then Ascension. And I'll Ascension into Trevenant, activating its Forest's Curse ability, which makes it so that as long as Trevenant is in the active spot, Craig cannot play any item cards from his hand.
Kind of unfortunate that you pulled that off. It turns out that the one situation in which Hex would have been good is right here. so I could play some item cards.
Yep.
That's fine. I'll draw. Man, look at all these items. Would love to play Pokegear or Evo Soda, but this Trevenant is preventing.
You're like, he's not going to do it.
He's not going to have all of it, right? That's okay. It's fine. It's fine. We'll come in with a Muscle Band Thunder Wave in a few turns. Just you wait. Attach Lightning Energy to Blitzel. Attach Muscle Band to the Elekid. And Crackling Shot for 50 to the Trevenant.
Cool. Draw. Yeah, that's a good top deck. Okay. Horror Psychic Energy to Trevenant. And let's Ultra Ball, discard Field Blower and Cleffa. Wanted to keep the Field Blower. If my top deck was worse than Field Blower, I would have discarded whatever my top deck was, but my top deck was Horror Psychic Energy, and that's a card that I want to put into play. So, play Ultra Ball to search out Garbodor, and I'll evolve my Trubbish into Garbodor just to get it ready. And then Professor Juniper, discard my hand and draw 7. Dang, this deck is broken, Craig.
Yeah, somehow this is going worse than last time.
Yep. Dimension Valley, and that's a turn 2 Tree Slam for knockout, 20 damage to both your guys, and I'll take my prize.
Uh-huh. All right, it's fine. We'll draw the best card right here. Speed Lightning actually gets me a little bit more. So if I can get Zebstrika off this Speed Lightning energy, I'm actually not in a terrible spot. So here we go. Attach Speed Lightning to Blitzel and draw 2.
And if I could just play any of these.
All right, it's fine. Thunder Spear for 10.
And that is game. I've got Tree Slam, double knockout, GG's. You want a redemption shot at that, Craig? What do you think?
Yeah. Look at these prizes, bro.
Oh, it was all
my
about the
gosh.
prize. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
man. You know, energies and Pokemon.
All right.
There's not a whole lot to do with a turn 1 item lock.
And a lot of decks are getting more item heavy. A lot of decks are, especially, you know, as players, some players really like those kind of item heavy lists. And if you're cheaping out on supporters to play more of those turbo kind of items, Trevenant, loves to see that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, loves to see that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's try this again. See if you can redeem yourself.
All right.
Good luck.
You as well.
Draw. I've got a real strong opening hand, but unfortunately I'm going first, so some of my powerful plays are going to have to wait until next turn. So I'll attach Psychic Energy to Phantom. Pass it on over to you.
All right. Draw. Okay, so I have a decision to make. I have Marnie and Cynthia. Cynthia could give me an extra card, but going first, Andrew played 1 energy. Seems kind of likely that I would rather Marnie here early on. Or it's a dead hand, right? You know, I don't know necessarily what you've got going on. But with the energy already on the Phantom, I kind of want to try and dig as much as I can. So I think I will just attach energy to Zapdos. The extra card would be really nice here. I think I'll still just Marnie.
Okay. Marnie, yeah, my hand was loaded.
Oh, boy.
But if you don't knock out this Phantom, it's going to be a Trevenant.
Right. Bench Mareep. Knowing that the Ascension's coming, I might just burn this Electropower now. Electropower and Thunderous Assault for 40.
Phantom hangs on with 10 HP. Draw for turn. Let's see what those prize cards are. Hisuian Heavy Ball. And these are fine. I've got my 2 little guys prized. Shining Mew and Cleffa. I think I'll take Shining Mew off of the prizes. That is great because it means that Trevenant and Garbodor are both in deck. Oh, and then Town Map. Love it when a plan comes together. The Hisuian Heavy Ball into Town Map combo. Bench Wobbuffet. U-turn board to Trubbish. And Professor Juniper. Discard my hand. Draw 7. It's fine. Bench Golett. Ascension. Here we go. Trevenant in play with that Forest Curse ability, making it so that as long as Trevenant's in the active spot, no items for Craig.
That's okay. I have no items for once. So, draw for turn. There's an item. Wonderful card, Battle VIP pass. If only this was Gloria. But I think that's okay. I don't really want to commit the Speed Lightning energy to Zapdos. It's going to require the manual retreat at some point. Otherwise, I'm just poking 10. Trevenant can take the knockout in 2 turns. So I'm going to attach Speed Lightning to Mareep. Draw 2. So I'll N.
I can't believe how much mileage I'm getting out of this Trevenant, bro.
I never had a problem with the Pokemon Trevenant, but I'm starting to. He's really cool, though. The early game ascension into Trevenant is just detrimental to so many decks.
And the fact that you can do cool things. I mean, you can do Turbo Energize TM under item lock. You can put the Luxurious Cape, make them really big. There's just, It's neat. I like it.
All right, 6. If only I could use these items. Play Stormy Mountains, use Stormy Mountains. So I'll bench Tynamo, bench the Elekid, Thunderous Assault for 10.
Draw. Ultra Ball, discard Nest Ball and Lysander. And with the Ultra Ball, I'm looking for one of the strongest cards in the deck. Let loose Marshadow. Put Marshadow into my hands. Attach Counter Energy to Trevenant. Air Balloon to Wobbuffet. Bench Necrozma. And let loose.
All right.
At this point, I feel like my item lock is doing more than an ability lock would, because you haven't set up yet, and this items like really help with setup. So kind of just going to keep this item lock going. Eventually, I'll transition into ability lock. Maybe once Craig does find some abilities worth using, then I'll worry about that. 4 each. And this is a cool play that I can do. I do really like this. Town Store. And then I'll use Town Store to search for TM Turbo Energize, attach that to Trevenant, and I'll use Turbo Energize, search my deck for 2 Psychic Energy, and I get to attach them to my benched Pokemon in any way that I like. We're going to go 1 to Necrozma, 1 to Golett. And it's your go.
All right. Draw. And I can just Town Store for Air Balloon or Floatstone or something like that. Try and move the Zapdos out of the active and give Elekid a chance to pile on a little bit of damage so that way you don't take the knockout with the spread 20 off of him. Town Store. I got Muscle Band. Muscle Band actually might help as well. Could Technical Machine Evolution, actually. It might not be a bad spot. Off the Town Store, I will get Technical Machine Evolution.
Cool.
Attach Technical Machine Evolution to Zapdos. Attach Lightning Energy to Mareep. And use Evolution to evolve Tynamo into Electric. And Mareep into Flaffy.
Right on. Draw. Nice top deck there. We do play plenty of supporter cards in this deck, so first I'll play Town Store, thin my deck a little bit, as I don't want to necessarily draw into more tools. I don't really need to. So Town Store for Luxurious Cape. And then Colress's Experiments. Look at the top 5. Whew. Off of the Colress's Experiments, I'm going to keep Golurk, the Psychic Energy, and Dimension Valley. I'm going to keep those 3. Get rid of these. Evolve Golett into Golurk. Counter Town Store with Dimension Valley. Put Luxurious Cape onto Trevenant. And let's start to party here. Tree Slam. 60 damage to Zapdos, and I'll do 20 damage to Elekid and 20 damage to Electric.
All right. Draw. Another item. Wonderful if this Trevenant would go away. Guzma Holloway, Ultra Ball, and Professor's Letter. Silent Lab is the only stadium left to get. I could play the Luxurious Cape onto the Flaffy, but it's not really going to be a good spot. You know, I know Guzma went to the Lost Zone, but I don't want to preemptively attach that tool. So I might still just get the Muscle Band since I have no retreating tool options right now. I think we'll just thin out Counter Energy for now. Play Silent Lab. Attach Counter to Zapdos. Hard Retreat Zapdos into Elekid. And I will use Dynamotor, since the abilities are still alive, to put an energy back onto Zapdos. May come into play later here. So we'll put the Muscle Band on the Flaffy and Crackling Shot to the Trevenant.
Okay. Put it up to 80. Draw. Psychic Energy to Trevenant. And Tree Slam for the knockouts. We will put 2 damage counters onto electric.
Okay.
And 2 damage counters onto
Flaffy.
that guy. And then off of the prizes, I'm going to take Heavy Ball.
Okay. I'll promote Flaffy. Draw. Blitzel's actually pretty good. I can start setting up for Zebstrika later on. Bench Blitzel. I've been kind of waiting for Andrew to take a prize here, right? I've been holding on to this teammates for something to do for a long time. So, play teammates. I have to get the Ampharos here. The Ampharos is really going to be kind of what I need to survive. I'll do 70 damage to the Trevenant, and then I can place 50 damage somewhere else. I'm probably going to go onto the Trubbish, because 50 will line up really nicely with the Garbodor with 100 HP, right? So I think that might be the play. And then honestly, just get Zebstrika to try and push a little bit. Those are going to be my 2 draws off of teammates. Evolve Flaffy into Ampharos. And I will use Split Bomb to do 70 to Trevenant and 50 to Trubbish.
Cool. Draw. Play Heavy Ball to get Garbodor, and I'll evolve into Garbodor. Attach double colorless energy to Golurk. Float Stone to Golurk. Retreat Trevenant into Golurk. And now, Reinforce Punch for 150 damage in the knockout. I'll take Parallel City off of my prizes.
Okay. It's unfortunate. I had a 3-prize turn lined up with no abilities. It's not exactly looking great.
And I know you just got the Zebstrika, so I'm like, no abilities, bro.
Yeah, it's about time to go into Garbodor. Right?
Yep.
This Evo Soda works now, but draw. Rope's kind of good, though. Evolve into Zebstrika. Play Escape Rope.
And I will give you my Wobbuffet.
Yes, that's fair. If only I could Dynamotor onto my Zebstrika. Unfortunately, this is all I have. Thunderous Assault for 80.
Draw. Whew. And I've been waiting all day for this. Parallel City myself. And I will remove that Trevenant with all of the damage as well as this Marshadow. And discard them both. Strengthening my board position a whole lot in the process. Then Versus Seeker for Professor Juniper. And play it to discard my hand. Draw 7 cards. Psychic Energy to Necrozma. Retreat into Golurk. And Reinforce Punch for the knockout. Take Reversal off the prizes.
All right. Draw for turn. A Lightning Energy. It's going to get me a whole lot of nowhere. Can attach to Zebstrika, but at this point we pass it back.
Draw. Horror Psychic Energy to Necrozma. And you're seeing exactly how it's a very kind of control-oriented deck, right? You know, I'm shutting down items, I'm shutting down abilities, and then we're kind of waiting for that moment to strike, making sure that, like, once we get this big guy up and going, you just might not be able to respond to a Golurk.
No, he's huge.
He's huge. He's doing 150 damage. Why is he doing 150 damage? I don't know. He's just huge. You know, and you could very easily just clean up with a Pokemon like Golurk at the end of this game. Cynthia, just shuffle draw 6. And Reinforce Punch for the knockout. Take Evolution Incense off the prizes.
All right. Zebstrika comes up. Well. Play Cynthia. Cynthia off the top at least keeps me alive. I can hopefully get into Field Blower, maybe get rid of that U-turn board, and this Floatstone, honestly, would really, really nice. That Golurk using that Reinforced Punch thanks to the tool. I would stay alive if I can do that off of these few cards. And we miss. So the best is attach Lightning, bench the Regieleki, and Headbolt for 60.
Draw. Lusamine. And with Lusamine, we want Raihan and Dimension Valley. Quick Ball, discard Evolution Incense for Nihilega. Reinforce Punch for the knockout.
Regieleki comes up. Draw. Attach Lightning Energy to Regieleki. You got Mystery Energy live still, or was that on Trevenant? It's fine. It's fine. Guzma, the Garbodor. Static Shock for 20 damage.
And then I do have the Mystery Energy combined with U-turn board. Gives Garbodor a -3 retreats. Retreat into Necrozma and Special Laser for game.
Boom.
GG's.
GG's.
Yeah, this deck is crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's gnarly.
Luxurious Cape with the Garbodor. Luxurious Cape on Golurk, too. There's just so many cool things you could do, and this is really just my kind of first draft of this new build of it. And then the power really comes from just the Garbodor, the item lock, being able to choose which one is best for the situation, really lean into it, get a huge guy like Golurk going, and just start hosing.
The fact that you can just sit out with Trevenant for so long and then put the Garbodor into play, that's really strong.
It's nuts. Yeah, I'm really excited about how this deck was performing.